Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, hi, my name is Melissa or Missa. Today we're sponsored by J2O. We're not, I'm just hungover and I actually was craving fizzy juice and this is flat, or still. It's not hitting the spot. Anyway, today I'm going to be ranking my Bperfect palettes. I just did a video ranking my Beauty Bay palettes. I have way more Beauty Bay palettes than Bperfect palettes. I've got 10 Bperfect palettes. So few that I can just hold them up to you and show you. So I'm going to show you them, talk very briefly about them all, and then rank them. This is going to be, I feel, extraordinarily easy because I know what ones I adore and how I feel about them. So yeah, let's jump into ranking my Bperfect palettes. I'm going to start off with my gorgeous Carnival XL Pro. By the way, did you see the news that this is the next palette? Because we all thought a new Carnival was going to launch in August like it usually does, but apparently it's just this palette reformulated with I think some new shades in it and stuff. I don't know, I'm a bit baffled by it if that is the palette we're getting this year from Stacey Marie and Bperfect, or if there's going to be another one. I doubt they would launch two. I don't know, I'm very confused. Anyway, this is my XL Pro, probably my most used Bperfect, sorry, palette. This is what it looks like. This is what I used on my peepers today. I just sat and played with it on my own, just having a nice time watching Killing Eve from the very beginning again as I put my makeup on. It was quite nice not to film it, to be honest. But I adore this palette with my whole heart. I don't reach for it so much now. What is wrong with my lights? A, because I've used it so many times on my channel that, to be honest, it's boring now for people to watch. And B, because the next palette I'm going to talk about maybe took its top spot in my collection. But this shade Ecstasy here, this shade Pep Talk, I really like Foolish. I love this blue called Showboat, it's like a teal. This dark purple called Reckless, as you can see I've used it a lot. Funky. There's so many shades in here that I just adore so much. So that palette's a 10 out of 10. And if they reformulated it, honestly, I will definitely buy it and use it, because I do feel like I've had this for so long now. It is a bit old and almost a bit dried up. It doesn't perform quite as good as it used to. So I'm not saying I would hate a new reformulated version of it, but it does seem like a bit of a letdown when I was hoping for a brand new palette. Anyway, second up has to be my Carnival Love Tahiti. This is also 10 out of 10. I love the packaging on this. I love the internal. I love that there's no highlights in here and it's just eyeshadow. It's got a black. You see how much I've hit pan on heaps of the shades. I love this palette. 10 out of 10. This one had a lot more more interesting shimmers in it. I've not actually, no, I've gone all matte today with a tiny bit of sparkle added on. This has really beautiful shades in it. I love this palette very much. I've done quite a few different looks with it, haven't I? Again, got told, Melissa, please stop using that palette because it's boring and we've seen it a million times. So Bperfect really should pay me money from the amount of people that I've told to buy these palettes. They do actually pay me some money. I do have an affiliate link for anything on their whole website. I think it's Missa 20 or 20 Missa, I don't know. It'll be on the screen and it will be in the description box. It is an affiliate link, but it gets you 20% off their whole website. Anyway, staying on the big palette theme, Carnival 3, was it? Oh no, this is maybe 4, because I got rid of my very first Carnival a long time ago because I got XL Pro. Anyway, this is the Antidote palette, my very much least used palette out of all of them. I never reach for this. It looks like I have, and I've done a few videos on it and I do like it quality wise. I think it's really good, but colour story wise it just doesn't speak to me as much. You know me, I'm not really into warm brown, reddy, orange warm tones. It's just not my jam. I do like the greens in it. I've done a few looks using those, and really pretty shimmers in here. Again, just gorgeous, but it's just not the colour story I reach for. And when I want neutrals, I don't really want these neutrals. I want more caramelly, deep chocolatey neutrals. So there's a couple in here that I could use, but overall I definitely prefer like other browns than these browns, if that makes any sense. I don't know. So for me, I would give this probably a 5, 6 out of 10. I could quite easily get rid of it and not miss it in my collection, to be quite honest, but again, I'm a collectionist and a completionist, and I like having them all, so much so that I do actually, well, I probably will pick up the original Carnival at some point just to have them all on my shelf. But yeah, probably like 5, 6 out of 10. Let's give it 5.5 out of 10. And then I'm, you know, giving it a fair. It's nothing to do with the quality. It's really good, but it's just not my cup of tea. And then the rest of them are kind of just like, I would say weirder palettes from them, as in like the Carnivals are always Bperfect standout palettes for me. But I do have a few other ones. So this one is the Mrs. Glam Magnificent palette by Michelle Regazzioli Stone. When this came in the post, I was like, I don't think I'm going to use that, to be honest. And then Daniela was like, no, keep it, because you don't have many neutrals in your collection. You always moan that you don't have enough neutrals, and see what you think. And honestly, this blue, like, it is absolutely outrageously stunning. It's one of those almost like quite sheer taupery blues, like over a white eyeshadow base. It just looks stunning. It's more like the reflect than the depth of colour it offers. It's a really stunning colour. I've played with this palette on my own. I've not done a video on it, I'm pretty sure, but when I talk about the kind of neutrals I like, it is these kind of tones. These like really warm, gorgeous browns. Not so much the purple, but the browns in here, and then the copper's really nice. I like that there's, oh, I definitely have blue on my finger. This highlighter is really pretty actually. I've got blue on my thing. It's fine, I've already taken pictures. It's a really pretty palette. It is really pretty. Again, if it disappeared out of my collection, I probably wouldn't miss it, to be honest. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 10. Because that blue's stunning. Again, the quality is really lovely on this. I wouldn't say it's 10 out of 10 quality, but it's really nice. But would I miss it if it disappeared? No. Do I sometimes pick it up? Yes. Just for a very plain, kind of everyday look. Then, we'll talk about Rain. This is the Makeup by Alina palette. This isn't that old. I did a video on it when it came out. I hate this palette. Like, this is actually in my declutter drawer. I took it out for this video just so I could show all my Bperfect palettes, but I hate the pressed glitter in here. I do like a lot of the eyeshadows, and I think I did a pretty nice look with it, but not missed in my collection at all. I put it in my declutter drawer a few days ago, and my shelf looks nicer because this wasn't on it. I think it's so ugly because of the glitters. This is all my opinion, by the way. When I like say something's ugly, it's just my opinion, and if you disagree, like, you don't have to tell me that I'm wrong. Well, no, you can tell me that I'm wrong, but just do it in a nice way. Do you know what I mean? Like, this sage colour is gorgeous. The pink's gorgeous. There is really nice individual shades in here again, and I think the quality is really good. Just don't know why they put four horrible pressed glitters in here. They're so ugly. I don't know what that red's all about. But individually there are a lot of nice shades in here. Again, I'm getting rid of it, aren't I? Even the collectionist in me is like, you don't want that in your collection, Melissa. So if I'm getting rid of it, it means I really dislike it. I'm going to give that 2 out of 10. That's unfair. 2 out of 10 is my opinion. It's not the quality, it's just my opinion on the palette. I think it's quite ugly and I don't love it. So 2 out of 10, but if it was like quality, just like purely on quality, I would give it like 7.5 out of 10. No, that makes sense. And then I've got the Lord Chyna Taboo palette. Again, I don't really understand. I understand the palette. It's like an artistry palette. It's all your like basic colours. I just feel like they did Lord Chyna a little bit dirty with this collaboration. She's like a really big Scottish makeup person. I guess on Instagram is where I see her the most, and I feel like this palette kind of did her a disservice. Like, I don't like highlighters in, that looks really impressive, doesn't it? I don't like highlighters in palettes because I just feel like I forget they're there, so they never ever ever get used. Even if I've got this palette open, I'm not going to reach for that highlighter. When it comes to putting my highlighter on, I'm going to go into my highlighter drawer. Anyway, I don't know if I've done a video on this, I'll be honest, I can't remember. Quality wise it's nice. Yeah, I mean the colours are pretty, but I feel like these colours are in all of my other carnivals. Like the XL Pro has all these, the Antidote's got some of them, the Tahiti's got some of them. Like this is so unnecessary. I just feel like it's a palette just for palette's sake. It's not really doing anything for anyone. Do you know what I mean? I mean, that's my opinion again. Again, if this could disappear out of my collection and I wouldn't notice, to be honest. So I'm going to give that 2 out of 10. Quality wise, we'll give it 7.5 again, like in general. But for me, 2 out of 10. Don't care about it very much at all. And then I've got the little mini ones. This is the, how do they stick together? The compass ones? No, I've done that wrong. Yeah, so they all magnetise together to form a compass. I think I've yet to do a video of these three. Done a video on this. This is 10 out of 10. This is a lovely little neutral palette. If you want to do like a lovely mustardy yellow, dark brown, smoky eye, this is it. The shimmer's gorgeous. Again, did the video on it. Loved it. 10 out of 10. Wonderful. I tried to do videos on the others, but for one reason or another I've just not gotten round to it, or I wasn't liking the looks I was coming up with. This is a nice little pink palette. It's very pretty. There's nothing wrong with it. The quality's lovely. I just feel like I've got my Beauty Bay Berries, which is nicer than this and more options than this has. So we'll give this 7 out of 10. It's fine. This could disappear. Then I've got the blue one, well, blue purple. What the problem with these palettes is, and then this emerald one, is that they launched these 4 palettes just as Beauty Bay launched their huge big ones like Midnight and Earthy and the berries and stuff. They launched those like a couple of days before these came out, so these were completely overshadowed. I feel like no one cared about them really because the Beauty Bay ones came out, and the Beauty Bay ones were bigger and cheaper than these were. So I feel like maybe if Bperfect had launched these at a different time they would have been better, but because I got those palettes and I have all these palettes, these just don't really, they're just unnecessary in my collection. Whereas this one I love because I don't have many neutrals, but these, I've got all these shades so I don't need these palettes. But very nice quality. Again, it's just like a mini Beauty Bay Midnight palette, isn't it? And then this is a mini Beauty Bay Earthy palette. And then this is a minier Beauty Bay Berries palette. So if you don't have any of those, or maybe you don't want to buy from Beauty Bay, you could pick these up and see if you really like these. Quality wise, 7, 8, 9 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with them. I just feel like they're unnecessary in my collection. It's really weird, I've only got 10. But that's not weird because that's quite a lot of palettes, but still. Let's rank them. This is going to be, I feel, I'm dropping them all, fairly easy. Number 1, I would say it could be very much a joint one, but I think Tahiti just comes out on top as number 1. Carnival XL Pro is going to be number 2. And then this little mini nudes one, what is it? North Nudes is definitely number 3. Then I'd say Antidote is 4. 5 would be this Magnificent. 6. I'm going to put all of these in joint 6. The other Compass ones, and then the Taboo and the Alina one. All of these, I might even just declutter. Probably will. I'm just going to declutter them all. I'm not going to keep any of these. I don't love them. And I don't use them. And I feel like one of my sausages would enjoy them. So I'll probably just throw them up into sausages, see who wants them. And then keep these 5. Because I do really love these. And don't want to get rid of them. But I feel like I've not spoken very much. But maybe that's that on that. I've just got the 10 and I'm now getting rid of 5 by doing this video. So I love getting rid of palettes though. It cleanses my soul getting rid of eyeshadow palettes that I don't use. I've got to say it. Like, I've got plenty. I don't need any more. Do you know, I don't need the clutter in my life. Anyway, that's my Bperfect collection. And ranking them, I could not live without my Tahiti or my XL Pro. I literally couldn't live without them. I would take those in a house fire to save them. because I love them that much. So that's my collection ranking thoughts on my Bperfect palettes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was short and sweet. Leave me a comment down below telling me what your favourite ones are, what ones you have, how you would rank them. Do you agree with me, disagree? Let me know. But yeah, that's going to be all for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Leave me that comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to be a Patreon or a sausage, the link is also down below. It's a really fun time in the group chat. It's a great time. And I'm going to piss off and take my makeup off, shower, and get into bed. It's only about 7 o'clock, but I am booshed because I got a little bit wine drunk last night and I'm feeling it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye!
Feels